Johnson. Before she was called Katherine Coleman, that was a family name. The father was called Joshua Coleman and the mother was called Jaylin Coleman. She was called Coleman because it was a family name. When she got married to James Gobo, she changed her name to Katherine Gobo, and later on she got married to Jim Johnson and also changed her name to Katherine Johnson, the name everyone knows right now. She was born on the 26th of August in 1918. She was born in the White Plains in the United States of America. She was born to a mother who was a teacher, and the father was a farmer. He worked at Greenback Hotel. He was a handyman. He was also a lumberman. Katherine Johnson attended all-black high school, a high school that was meant for only black students, black Americans. She attained her education, and at the age of 10, she could not further her studies because in White Plain, schools were only available for the white students. They, however, relocated with the mother, and the father stayed in the White Plain to take care of the job as he is taking care of the family. They relocated to Virginia, and Katherine attended West Virginia State University. At West Virginia State University, she majored in mathematics and also French. She had a high ability for mathematics. She loved mathematics. She showed the love for mathematics at a very initial stage. And during her stay at school, she used to ask a lot of questions. Not in a sense that she did not understand, but she also used to ask for the students who were in class, assuming that they had not understood. She attained her education and later on graduated. After her graduation, she taught in a certain black school that was also in Virginia. During her stay there, the husband, James Gobo, suffered from a brain tumor. This caused a lot of drastic changes to the family of Katherine, for she had to quit school. She also wanted to pursue a graduate degree, but she later on decided to leave it because the husband was sick. They went through a lot of challenges. As we all know, having cancer is not something easy. The husband did not survive, and he later on dies. Katherine does not see this as the end of the world. She continues with life. At a party, that was a family party, she gets to know that there was a need for black women at the NASA company. She showed interest in the jobs that were being given to the black women at NASA, and she was later recruited. Katherine started working at NACA. By then it was NACA, which later changed to NASA. As the human computer, she calculated complex calculations. She worked on the mission of launching the space aircraft to the moon. She was working under Dorothy Van, who was the supervisor of the West Computing Area, a small organization under NASA that was only meant for the black Americans. She worked on very complex calculations, and she also was the lady behind the first man to go to the space. Katherine's life at NASA was, however, not a pleasing one because there was racism at the time. The blacks were segregated from the whites, and the black Americans were working under the West Computing Area. It was also under NASA, but it was a different one because of the segregation. Whites had their own bathrooms, they had their own restrooms, they had their own everything, separated from the blacks, whom they used to call colored. While at NASA, Katherine calculated complex calculations, and she was among the women behind the mission that sent the first American into space, who was Alan Shepard. The first American to the orbit Earth, who was John Glenn, however, first refused to undertake his mission, asking Katherine Johnson to personally run the numbers for his trajectory into the space. This showed how Katherine Johnson was influential to the NASA company. Her skill for calculating complex calculations helped her to be so influential in the NASA company. Katherine also worked on other missions, for example, the Apollo landing mission on the moon, which was meant to launch the rocket to orbit and land on the moon. She later on retires from NASA, having been so influential and having been a significant role at the NASA company. In 2015, President Barack Obama awards Katherine Johnson the award of the Presidential Medal Award of Freedom. This is an award given by the President to a citizen of the country who has been very significant and has acted a very crucial role in the state's missions. In 2017, a research facility at NASA, that was the Langley Research Center, was named after Katherine Johnson, just because she was a very significant person at the NASA company. Her story is, however, featured in the Hidden Figures. That was the book that was written by Margot Lee Shetty, which won itself an Oscar award in the 2016 awards. In 2019, Katherine Johnson lost her husband, who was called Jim Johnson. Late February 2020, that was on the 24th of February, Katherine Johnson happened to die at the age of 101 years. Those are some of the facts about Katherine Johnson, a mathematician who was behind the launching of the spacecraft